Imagine reaching a level of success so extraordinary that it defies the norm, whether in math, sports, law, or any other field. We often attribute such achievements to a unique innate talent, but Outliers reveals a different story. It explores how factors like family, culture, and even something as simple as your birth date can play a significant role in propelling individuals to the pinnacle of success. This summary will dive into these hidden influences and challenge everything you thought you knew about what it takes to be an outlier. Outliers Summary. Success is often seen as a direct result of personal talent, intelligence, and hard work. When reading about successful people, the narrative typically centers on their exceptional abilities or relentless drive. Yet the story is rarely told in a way that acknowledges the various unseen factors that play a crucial role in success. This is the myth of the self-made man, a concept deeply ingrained in our culture that suggests individuals achieve greatness solely through their efforts. However, as Malcolm Gladwell explores in Outliers, the story of success, this belief overlooks many essential factors beyond an individual's control that significantly contribute to their success. In this detailed exploration of outliers, we will delve into the various factors that Gladwell identifies as critical to achieving success. These include not just talent and hard work, but also timing, cultural background, family upbringing, and even the specific historical period in which one is born. You'll discover why Bill Gates became a tech titan, how the Beatles mastered their craft, and why some people, despite their intelligence or talent, never reach the same heights as these outliers. Chapter 1. The Myth of the Self-Made Man. Our society places a high value on individualism and the idea of the self-made man. We often attribute success to the innate abilities and hard work of individuals. When we encounter someone who excels in their field, be it a mathematician, a musician, or an athlete, we tend to assume their success is primarily due to their natural talent and personal effort. This belief is deeply ingrained in our culture, which prizes the idea of pulling oneself up by one's bootstraps. A prime example of this cultural mindset can be seen in political campaigns. For instance, when Jeb Bush ran for the governorship of Florida, he labeled himself a self-made man as part of his campaign strategy. This was despite the fact that he came from a family with significant political and financial influence, including 2 U.S. presidents and a wealthy Wall Street banker. Yet because the narrative of the self-made man is so compelling in American culture, he used it to his advantage. However, the reality is that no one achieves success entirely on their own. Success, especially the kind that makes someone an outlier, someone who achieves something statistically extraordinary, often involves a combination of factors that extend far beyond individual talent and hard work. These factors can include timing, cultural background, and even the specific opportunities that come one's way. In essence, the myth of the self-made man is just that, a myth. True success is rarely the result of individual effort alone. Consider the example of a talented mathematician. We might assume that their ability to solve complex equations is a skill they were born with, honed by years of dedicated study. However, this perspective overlooks the role that external factors play in shaping their path to success. Perhaps they had a teacher who recognized their talent early on and provided extra support. Maybe they had access to advanced educational resources that others did not. Or they might have been born into a family that valued education and provided an environment conducive to learning. These factors, though not immediately visible, are critical to the individual's success. This focus on the individual also ignores the role of luck in success. Being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, or being born into the right family can all significantly influence a person's trajectory. While it is comforting to believe that hard work and talent alone determine success, the reality is far more complex. By acknowledging the role of external factors, we gain a more nuanced understanding of what it means to be successful. Chapter 2. The Threshold Effect. Why more talent doesn't always equal more success. While talent and ability are important for success, they are not the only factors, and sometimes they aren't even the most critical ones. Gladwell introduces the concept of the threshold effect, which suggests that once you reach a certain level of ability or skill, Additional increments of talent don't necessarily translate into greater success. Consider height in basketball. Being tall is undoubtedly an advantage in the sport, but beyond a certain point, additional height does not significantly increase a player's chances of success. Similarly, in academics, having a high IQ is beneficial, but beyond a certain threshold, other factors, such as social skills, perseverance, and connections, become more important. This concept can also be seen in education. Some law schools in the United States have affirmative action policies that lower entry requirements for minority students. Although these students may perform slightly worse in law school compared to their peers, research shows that once they graduate, their career success, measured by salaries, honors, and contributions to the legal field, is comparable to that of their non-minority classmates. This suggests that while certain skills and abilities are necessary to reach a basic level of competence in a field, beyond that threshold, other factors become more influential in determining success. The threshold effect can be understood as a leveling off point. Once an individual possesses a certain level of talent or skill, other elements, such as networking, access to resources, and even sheer luck, begin to play a more significant role in their success. For example, in the world of professional sports, many athletes possess extraordinary physical abilities. What sets the top performers apart is often not their physical talent alone, but their ability to seize opportunities, their mental resilience, and their strategic thinking. This concept also applies to other fields, such as business or the arts. A successful entrepreneur might have a brilliant idea, but without the right connections, access to capital, or market timing, their idea might never come to fruition. Similarly, an artist might have exceptional talent, but without the right platform or audience, their work might never gain the recognition it deserves. The threshold effect challenges the notion that success is a linear progression where more talent automatically leads to more success. Instead, it suggests that once a certain level of competence is reached, other factors become increasingly important. This understanding encourages us to look beyond individual talent and consider the broader context in which success occurs. Chapter 3. The 10-0-0-0-hour Rule, the Role of Practice and Mastery. While talent and ability are important, hard work and practice are equally, if not more, crucial in achieving world-class mastery. One of the key insights from Outliers is the 10-0-0-0-hour rule, which suggests that it takes approximately 10,000 hours of deliberate practice to achieve mastery in any field. This rule is exemplified by the stories of Bill Gates and the Beatles. Gates spent thousands of hours programming computers as a teenager, while the Beatles honed their musical skills by performing live in Hamburg, Germany, for hours on end. Although both Gates and the Beatles were extraordinarily talented, it was the sheer amount of time they devoted to their craft that set them apart from others and allowed them to achieve extraordinary success. However, not everyone has the opportunity to devote 10,000 hours to practicing a skill. To reach this level of practice, several conditions must be met. Starting early. The earlier you begin, the more time you have to accumulate practice hours, giving you a head start on the competition. Access to resources. To practice extensively, you need resources, time, money, and often specialized equipment or facilities. Support system. Encouragement from family, friends, mentors, and teachers is crucial. Without support, sustaining the motivation required for 10,000 hours of practice is incredibly difficult. Bill Gates, for example, had access to a computer at a time when such technology was rare, and he had the support of his family and school to pursue his passion. Similarly, the Beatles had the opportunity to perform live regularly, which helped them accumulate the hours of practice necessary to master their craft. The 10-0-0-0-hour rule also emphasizes the importance of deliberate practice, which is not just about putting in the time, but about engaging in focused, goal-oriented practice designed to improve specific aspects of performance. This kind of practice is often challenging and requires significant mental effort, but it is crucial for achieving mastery. Deliberate practice is what differentiates someone who simply repeats the same actions over and over from someone who continually refines their skills. It involves setting clear goals, receiving feedback, and making adjustments based on that feedback. This process is essential for continuous improvement and is a key factor in reaching the 10,000-hour milestone. This emphasis on practice challenges the common belief that talent alone is enough to achieve greatness. While talent provides a foundation, it is the dedication to practice, often for thousands of hours, that allows individuals to reach the highest levels of success. The 10,000-hour rule also highlights the importance of opportunity. Without the chance to engage in deliberate practice, even the most talented individuals may never realize their full potential. Chapter 4. The Impact of Birthdates: How Timing Affects Success. One of the more surprising insights from Outliers is the significant impact that something as seemingly trivial as your birthdate can have on your chances of success. This is particularly evident in the world of sports, where age-based grouping can create significant advantages or disadvantages. Take Canadian youth hockey, for example. The eligibility cutoff date for age groups is January 1st, meaning that children born in the same calendar year compete against each other. While this may seem fair, it actually creates a significant disparity. Children born in January are almost a full year older than those born in December, giving them a substantial physical and developmental advantage. As a result, January-born players are more likely to be identified as talented, receive better coaching, and get more opportunities to practice and play. This phenomenon is known as a cumulative advantage, where initial small advantages lead to increasingly larger ones over time. The result is that professional Canadian hockey players are disproportionately born in the first few months of the year. This pattern is not limited to hockey. Similar trends can be observed in other sports and even in education, where children born just after the cutoff date often perform better academically and are more likely to be identified as gifted. This concept of relative age, how old you are relative to others in your cohort, can have long-lasting effects. A child who is relatively older than their peers may be more confident and more likely to receive positive reinforcement from teachers and coaches. Over time, this positive feedback loop can lead to higher levels of achievement. On the other hand, a child who is relatively younger may struggle to keep up, receive less encouragement, and consequently may not reach their full potential. The impact of birthdate is a powerful reminder that success is not just about individual talent or effort. It is also shaped by the timing of when opportunities are available. This insight challenges the notion that success is entirely within our control and highlights the importance of external factors in shaping our paths. Chapter 5. The Role of Cultural Legacies: How Background Shapes Success. Cultural legacies, the values, norms, and practices passed down through generations, play a significant role in shaping an individual's approach to success. These legacies influence everything from work ethic to communication styles and can have both positive and negative effects on a person's ability to succeed. One of the most striking examples of cultural legacy impacting success is the case of Korean Air, which had a notoriously poor safety record in the 1980s and 1990s. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the airline's culture of deference to authority was a significant factor in many of its accidents. In Korean culture, there is a strong emphasis on respecting authority figures, which in the cockpit translated to co-pilots being reluctant to challenge or correct the captain, even in critical situations. This cultural legacy of hierarchy and deference led to a communication breakdown in the cockpit, contributing to a series of fatal accidents. However, once this issue was identified, Korean Air implemented changes, including adopting a more egalitarian communication style and hiring an American firm to train its pilots. As a result, the airline's safety record improved dramatically. This example illustrates how cultural legacies can influence behavior in ways that either hinder or help success. Recognizing and addressing these legacies can lead to significant improvements in performance and outcomes. Another example of cultural legacy can be seen in the academic success of students from different cultural backgrounds. For instance, students of Asian descent often outperform their peers in mathematics. This success can be traced back to the cultural legacy of rice farming in East Asia. Rice farming is an incredibly labor-intensive activity that requires precision, persistence, and a deep understanding of complex systems, qualities that are also essential for success in mathematics. In contrast, Western agricultural practices, which are less labor-intensive and more dependent on mechanization, do not cultivate the same level of persistence and attention to detail. As a result, students from Western backgrounds may not develop the same approach to problem solving, which can affect their performance in subjects like mathematics. Cultural legacies also influence how individuals approach challenges and setbacks. In some cultures, there is a strong emphasis on perseverance and resilience, which can help individuals overcome obstacles and continue striving for success. In other cultures, there may be a greater focus on maintaining harmony and avoiding conflict, which can lead to a more cautious approach to risk-taking and innovation. These cultural differences highlight the importance of understanding the broader context in which success occurs. By recognizing the influence of cultural legacies, we can gain a deeper understanding of the factors that contribute to success and the challenges that individuals may face in different cultural settings. Chapter 6. The Importance of Timing, Historical Context, and Success. In addition to cultural legacies, the historical context in which a person is born can have a profound impact on their opportunities for success. Certain periods in history are ripe with opportunities, and those who are in the right place at the right time can achieve extraordinary success. This concept is exemplified by the stories of Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and other tech pioneers who were born in the mid-1950s. This timing was crucial because it allowed them to come of age during the personal computer revolution. They were old enough to have developed the necessary skills, but young enough to take risks and innovate. This perfect timing allowed them to become pioneers in a rapidly growing industry. The timing of one's birth can also influence the availability of resources and opportunities. For example, individuals born during economic booms or periods of technological advancement may have access to better education, more job opportunities, and greater financial stability. In contrast, those born during economic downturns or periods of social upheaval may face more significant challenges and have fewer opportunities to succeed. This concept of historical timing extends beyond the tech industry. In any field, being in the right place at the right time can make all the difference. Whether it's the Industrial Revolution, the rise of the internet, or the advent of social media, those who are positioned to take advantage of new opportunities often become the outliers who achieve extraordinary success. Understanding the importance of timing challenges the notion that success is solely the result of individual effort. While hard work and talent are essential, being in the right place at the right time can provide the opportunities needed to achieve extraordinary success. Chapter 7. The Power of Cumulative Advantage in Creating Opportunities. One of the key takeaways from Outliers is the concept of cumulative advantage, where small initial advantages can lead to significant long-term benefits. This concept is closely related to the idea of opportunity and highlights the importance of creating more equitable systems to ensure that more people have the chance to succeed. In the world of sports, for example, the relative age effect gives older children in a given age group an initial advantage, which can snowball into greater opportunities, better coaching, and eventually higher levels of achievement. However, this same principle can be applied to education, where students from wealthier families often have access to better schools, more resources, and greater support, leading to better outcomes. Gladwell argues that by recognizing these imbalances, we can create systems that provide more opportunities for those who might otherwise be disadvantaged. One example of this is the KPP, Knowledge is Power program. Academy in the South Bronx, which provides rigorous academic training to students from low-income backgrounds. Despite the challenges these students face, KIPP has achieved remarkable success, with 84% of its students performing at or above their grade level in math by the time they finish 8th grade. By creating more opportunities for success, we can help level the playing field and ensure that more people have the chance to become outliers in their own right. Chapter 8. The Role of Family Background and Upbringing. In addition to timing, cultural legacies, and cumulative advantage, family background and upbringing also play a crucial role in shaping an individual's path to success. The values, beliefs, and expectations instilled by one's family can have a lasting impact on their approach to life and their ability to achieve their goals. Gladwell discusses the concept of practical intelligence, which refers to the ability to navigate social situations, understand unwritten rules, and make the most of opportunities. Practical intelligence is not something that can be measured by IQ tests, but it is often a key factor in achieving success. This type of intelligence is typically cultivated in families that encourage independence, critical thinking, and assertiveness. For example, children from wealthier families are often exposed to a wider range of experiences and opportunities, such as extracurricular activities, travel, and cultural events. These experiences help them develop practical intelligence and build social networks that can be valuable later in life. In contrast, children from less affluent families may not have the same opportunities, which can limit their exposure to different perspectives and reduce their chances of developing practical intelligence. Furthermore, parents in wealthier families are more likely to advocate for their children and teach them how to navigate institutions and systems. This can include everything from negotiating with teachers to applying for college or internships. Children who learn these skills early on are better equipped to handle challenges and take advantage of opportunities as they arise. On the other hand, children from lower-income families may be taught to be more deferential to authority and less likely to question or challenge decisions. This can lead to a lack of confidence in navigating social situations and may limit their ability to advocate for themselves or seek out opportunities. The impact of family background and upbringing highlights the importance of creating supportive environments that encourage the development of practical intelligence and provide opportunities for growth. By recognizing the role that family plays in shaping success, we can better understand the challenges that individuals face and work towards creating the more equitable opportunities for all. Conclusion: rethinking the path to success. In Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell presents a compelling argument that success is not just about individual talent, hard work, or determination. Instead, it is the result of a complex interplay of factors, many of which are beyond an individual's control. These factors include timing, cultural background, family upbringing, and even something as seemingly arbitrary as the month of one's birth. By understanding the true nature of success, we can begin to see the limitations of the self-made man myth and appreciate the importance of opportunity, timing, and cultural legacies in shaping our lives. Moreover, by recognizing the inequities in our systems and creating more opportunities for those who are disadvantaged, we can help more people achieve their full potential and become outliers in their own right. Success, as Gladwell shows us, is not just about who you are or what you do, but also about the opportunities you are given and the environment in which you are placed. By rethinking the factors that contribute to success, we can work towards a more equitable and just society where everyone has the chance to achieve greatness.